Hey, everybody, how's it going? Monday. I'm gonna play some Blueprints. So this is an interesting concept that hits a few of the right buttons. In that it is a puzzle and is a roguelike. I've watched the first 30 seconds of someone play this and went, okay, I need to play this. So here we go. Raw Fury is the same people who brought you Billionaire. Doggerbomb presents, in association with Raw Fury, a game by Tonda Ross.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Day 1. First things first. Controls. Kick you up a little bit. Invert the Y. Cool, that's good. Graphics. Fine. Accessibility, we're okay there. Volume, probably fine. Controls, let's just turn that up a little bit more. And the field of view, I think is fine. Open only in the event of my death. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your visits here as a young boy. I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions as giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission, covered in the fine print of my will, that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half a century. Even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and best wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. And the Mount Holly blueprint serves as a useful map and inventory log during your venture. You access the blueprint by pressing tab. So we are here in the entrance hall. This is the inventory, the antechamber. So what's this? Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you'll lose 1. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay, so basically the footsteps are our timer. So we've got to find the 46th room. Once you've selected... So let's put a closet here. So the closet here, we should have... So a single ivory die. While drafting, you may use the die to roll new floor plans. Very useful. And the shovel. Could be useful for digging. Anything else? So now we're down to 48. So that was... We were at 50, 49, 48. So we're going to have to go probably back around. So probably let's go forward here. Ugh. Oh, the guest bedroom gives us 10. Let's go to the parlor because that looks like it turns to the right. Wind-up key, component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is a rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. And I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlour game I played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colours. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you'll need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. So 1 box tells the truth, 1 box lies, the other, who knows. This box is the white box. No, that's a lie. This box is the black box. That's also a lie. The blue box contains the gems. So you're lying. You're lying. So this must be the truth, which means we open this box. Nice. Anything else we can do here? Okay, so let's go to this door. I think I want the spare room here. Presumably there's nothing in here. Painting. Fan. If I pick the den... Yeah, the den is good. I want the den here. Some sort of gem. Yeah, the den just has one gem in it. Parlor has a puzzle. So here, the bedroom or the pantry. Got 4 coins. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. So we would gain 2. That's basically a free room. Let's grab the pantry. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Fridays. We've just been informed we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 orange. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Aha, the extra apple gives me an extra 2 steps. So this room was free. So now we want to go back here. The bedroom or the nook? Let's grab the nook. As you continue your adventures, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. We can see about that. Let's grab a key. Right. The hallway. This counts as 2 bedrooms. Let's redraw. I don't really like any of those. The nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. Now, you see, we're stuffed. We're completely. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna have to go back. Sinclair, I just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate a new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. So we're gonna have to go looping all the way back. Okay, the kitchen, food for sale. Where can I buy food? Aha! The kitchen menu, the main course is served only in the dining room. Oh. 5 for every green room in your house. Club sandwich is just that. Let's go grab a banana. Okay, I need the drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Like the drawing room. This is a bad door. So we need something that goes left and right. Commissary would be bad. West Wing Hall? Let's grab the chapel. Lots of chess pieces around. Let's grab a walk-in closet. Key. Like 4 items is decent. Okay. Spread gems in each green room. corridor is always left unlocked. Swing all. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Espen, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this West Wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Very well. Items for sale. Hallway. Let's have another hallway. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. So I wonder if orange rooms potentially have like locks. But the guest bedroom, hallways, green rooms, shops, the kitchen, red rooms. That would be bad. Let's go security. Oh. Plot. Creepy plot. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. View estate industry. Following is a detailed list of our currently in the house that are yet to be collected. New updated new rooms are added. Keycard system is currently operational. Set security level. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that were deployed in your estate, e.g. you should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low, and 5 or 6 with a high. Okay. Change the offline. Default setting of the security doors will be unlocked. Log into network. Incorrect password. Okay, well, we haven't found the password. Blue memos equals true, red memos equal lie. Okay, blue is true, red is a lie. Oh, that's kind of creepy that moves around there. Effective for the first week of December, payroll will, for all live-out and seasonal staff, be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out on one of the electronic computer tables on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password, and that's been scrubbed out. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levels are no longer required to grant entry. So that's a lie. It's been locked and access levers are required to grant entry. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. That's gonna be really tricky, but let's go for it. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true colour, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of the canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the sky. He heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath of the bed, and maybe you can guess which clues that we have said. It was a story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the book is quite near you, in fact in this same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Yoink. Rubik's Cube. Okay, we're going to have to do a bit of backtracking now to get to the West Wing Hall. To check we haven't missed any. Right, the garage would screw us. So we either corridor or commissary. Let's corridor. We're going to have to be a bedroom. But that puts us to 48. This is the nursery. Greetings from Reddington. We'll eat the apple. It's gotta be the passageway here. Anything else screws us? Oh, we're screwed. We are screwed. I can't afford the passageway. And there's the lavatory. Alright, we have to call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory have been reset. Call it. Total rooms 20. Rank reached 5. Steps taken 29. Items found 2. Okay. Save and continue. So that was day 1. So I'm going to call it for YouTube here. And then I will carry on with this. This is quite interesting. So thanks for watching YouTube. Like, share, subscribe and all that. And I will catch you in the next one.